Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hud, and welcome back to the Baseball Hud 2, and hope you like this video. And hit that subscribe button. So we're going to try to give you sort of an overview of some other teams. And really, this is an all lefty kind of video. All the players I want to talk about in this video, all left-handed pitchers, interestingly enough. Let's start from fan-sided. This is about, well, let's get into it. Headline, MLB rumors. Could the Astros trade Framber Valdez? Houston Astros are putting off their problems. Houston has yet to extend Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, smallest man in the world, Framber Valdez, and Kyle Tucker. All of them are set to hit the free agent market soon enough. Bregman has already been mentioned in trade rumors, and soon Valdez will join him. I would mention they have a new manager, Joe Espada. Dusty Baker retired, and now you have sort of a new situation there. You have a manager that was hired by the current general manager, Dana Brown, and it'll be interesting to see how he runs this ball club, because he basically inherited a championship team. It's very interesting to see how he runs this team now, and also they lost Chris Gross, who was in their farm system, who was the farm director, and was running the player development down there. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of hits they take, losing that big piece in their farm system. Obviously, Gross went to the Mets. The Astros have reportedly received calls on Valdez this offseason, which makes some sense given the state of the current starting pitching market. Valdez has 2 years left on his contract, so he could get a decent haul in return for the Astros. Unlike most teams looking to sell off an asset as valuable as Valdez, the Astros wouldn't want prospects, rather a package of MLB-ready players that fit their needs as an organization. Houston is lacking in the bullpen. They've lost over 180 innings from its pen in free agency, much of which could be solved in a trade of Valdez. See, that doesn't make any sense. The Astros would want more than just a bunch of relievers for him. I mean, come on. Valdez started 31 games in both 22 and 23. Last season, he had a 3.46 ERA, contributing a 3.15 WAR. He's considered one of the best starting pitchers in the American League and an ace on most pitching staffs. As Chandler Rome of The Athletic noted last month, Houston is lacking in financial flexibility, and trading one of their pitchers could solve their problem. Moving either Valdez or Cudi would afford the financial flexibility Brown does not currently have. Perhaps bring players back who can address the team's immediate needs. MLB trade rumors projects Valdez will earn $12.1 million due to the arbitration process in January. Cudi, meanwhile, is predicted to make $3.5 million in arbitration. The Astros won't be able to extend all 4 of their stars and made additions via free agency. Someone has to go, and Valdez can likely bring back the most in return. Now, we have actually something very interesting in this part of the video, and this is about the Cardinals and about another Japanese import that's coming over to the States. And this is a reliever, and this is another lefty. From MLB trade rumors, latest on Cardinals' pursuit of bullpen help. The Cardinals acted quickly to reshape their rotation this offseason, signing right-handers Sonny Gray, Kyle Gibson, and Lance Lynn within a span of a week. They since shipped outfielder Tyler O'Neill to the Red Sox in a trade that netted a pair of potential bullpen arms, but they're not done looking for help in their relief corps. Derek Gould of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported earlier this week that the Cardinals have at least held internal discussions about free agent righty Hector Neris. And Mark Feinstein of MLB.com reports that the Cardinals hosted star MPB lefty Yuki Matsui for a meeting in St. Louis just yesterday. Gould also again linked the Cardinals to free agent Phil Maton, to whom they've been previously tied. The meeting with Matsui is more notable development at the moment. Reports out of Japan back in October pegged the Cardinals as a team with interest in the 5-time MPB All-Star, but a sit-down in St. Louis is a more concrete indicator. The 28-year-old Matsui has saved 30 more games for the Rakuten Golden Eagles on 6 different occasions, including this past season's career-high mark of 39. He pitched 57 and 3rd innings in 2023 and worked to a scintillating 1.57 ERA, giving him 3 straight seasons with an ERA that clocked in under 2. Matsui also fanned nearly a third of his opponents and turned in a 5.9% walk rate. Dating back to 2019, the Southpaw boasts a 2.20 ERA with a 35.8% strikeout rate and 9.4% walk rate. Matsui's track record in Japan is clearly excellent, but there's at least some reason to think MLB clubs might have some trepidation. He's listed at 5'8" and 167 pounds. Well, he's a little guy, pitcher. This is like John Franco territory, Billy Wagner territory. A Tim Collins-esque frame that rarely has found much success in the big leagues. MLB trade rumors spoke to multiple scouts and evaluators about Matsui and other international free agents prior to the onset of free agency and received mixed reviews, though Matsui did draw praise for his slider interceptor delivery. Every team's opinion on Matsui will vary, of course, and it stands to reason that there are big league clubs that believe he could be a viable late-inning reliever in North America as well, even if he can't quite replicate his staggering MPB numbers. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And finally in this video from the Bleacher Report, we care so much about the Marlins, I know that, here in New York City. But MLB trade rumors is the headline. Marlins Jesus Luzardo, Edward Cabrera continue to draw interest. Well, isn't that interesting? The pitching success that earned the Marlins a shot at a wildcard bid to the 2023 postseason could continue paying off this offseason. Left-handed pitcher Jesus Luzardo and right-hander Edward Cabrera continue to draw interest in the trade market, according to the Athletic's Ken Rosendahl. Luzardo is under arbitration through 2026, while Cabrera's arbitration eligibility extends through 2028. Peter Bendix, who was hired as the Marlins president of baseball operations in November, quote, is said to be perhaps more open to moving his starter than his predecessor, Kim Nang, according to Rosenthal. The Marlins will already be without starting pitcher Sandy Alcantara underwent 2024 season-ending Tommy John surgery in October. The Marlins are also without starter Pablo Lopez, who was dealt in January as part of the trade for Luis Arias, and former top 100 pitching prospect Jake Elder, who was traded in August for Jake Berger. Despite that relative thinning of the Marlins' pitching depth, New York Post John Heyman said on December 6th that the Marlins are at least listening to trade talk regarding the team's young starting pitchers. Both pitchers raised their trade value with successful campaigns in 2023. In his second full season with the Marlins, Luzardo led all Miami pitchers with a career-high 32 starts. He recorded a 10-10 record, 3.58 ERA, and 1.215 WHIP, 278 2/3 innings pitched. The 26-year-old finished up his breakout season as a finalist for the Gold Glove. Cabrera put up a 7-7 record through 20 starts and finished the season with a 4.24 ERA through 99.2 thirds innings. The 25-year-old missed significant parts of the season due to a right shoulder issue and a stint with AAA. Rosendahl previously named Texas Rangers infielder Esquiel Duran as the kind of player the Marlins likely would want for Cabrera, although Rangers general manager Chris Young has said the club has a super high bar as to what Duran would cost in a trade. Because these pitchers are under contract club control for the near future, the Marlins have the advantage of time. Miami can wait for a favorable offer before making a move on players currently set to be a core part of the starting rotation in 2024. So the Marlins, they're in a weird spot because obviously Sandy Alcantara is going to be out all next year. And it's Miami. So they might be looking at themselves like, all right, we'll trade some of this talent and be ready for 2025. You know, I mean, they're in a weird spot. But that's not our problem. That's their problem. I would think that they will not be a postseason team this year. I would give Kim Nang credit. She got that team to postseason last year. And now that she's not there, this new guy's there. We'll see how he does. But you let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. Thank you, and I'll see you later.